In this video, I will be telling you about the toolkit or toolbox you need to get started with artificial intelligence and data science. So sit back and relax. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Promise, and here on this channel we help young professionals navigate their way through data sciences and artificial intelligence. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to the family. Please like, share and subscribe. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. It's always good to have you here. So in this video, we're talking about the toolkits you need to start your journey. And the first is programming language. There are lots of programming languages you could use that are out there. You have R, you have Python, you have SQL, you have NoSQL, JavaScript, C++, C#, MATLAB. There are lots of programming languages and they are all used for different things. But for the focus of what we'll be talking about, data science and artificial intelligence, I would recommend the top ones as you can see on your screen: R, Python, SQL and NoSQL. R, if you want to focus more on data sciences, I will recommend you go for R. R has lots of good data science libraries that you could use. Python, on the other hand, you could also use it for data sciences, but if you want to focus more on machine learning and artificial intelligence, I would suggest or recommend that you start learning Python, because you could do all the things with Python. SQL and NoSQL, these are, SQL means structured query language and NoSQL means no. So they are for data engineers. If you are focused on data engineering, like data extraction, working with databases, requests, so I would recommend you go for SQL. Our next toolkit is the integrated development environment, and there are lots of them out there. I just recommend the ones I've used and I've come across. There's Jupyter Lab, Jupyter Notebook, there's Google Colab, there is Visual Studio Code, we have Spider, R Studio and PyCharm. So if you are working with R programming language, you would want to install R Studio to your computer, while the others you could use for Python. To get any of this, you could just download Anaconda. Go to Anaconda website to download Anaconda and you can access any of this. For Google Colab is web-based, so if you have a Google account, you don't need to download anything to your computer or your PC. You just go online and you start accessing. In later videos, I could do a video where I show you how to install. So it just depends on demand. If you want to see that video, just please comment in the comment section and I could make that video. Just let me know if you want that video and I could make a video where you could install any of these IDEs. For me, I started out using Jupyter Notebook. It's very simple, easy to navigate, but I'm currently using Visual Studio Code and I find it very interesting and you may want to try out. Our next toolkit is data science library. Once you've learned your programming language, you've gotten your IDEs, you want to start learning different libraries. So NumPy, we'll start with NumPy. NumPy is numeric Python, so you could perform basic calculations, working with arrays and the rest of the thing. So we'll go into details of all that in later videos. We also have Pandas, working with data frame like tables, Excel tables. You want to use Pandas. Then Matplotlib and Seaborn, these are just libraries for plotting graphs, making images. There are a lot other graphical libraries like Plotly Dash. Those are more complex, but for a start you just stick with this 3 or 4 data science libraries. For machine and deep learning libraries, you want to look at sklearn. Sklearn has lots of machine learning algorithm embedded in it. You have like logistic regression, linear regression, decision trees, random forest. There are lots of machine learning libraries within scikit-learn, sklearn, so I recommend you start with that. TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras are more advanced for deep learning applications. Our next toolkit would be learning resources, so where you want to go learn, get information or take courses. We have first as Udemy. There is Udemy. Udemy has lots of courses, so you could start with. They are free courses, they are paid courses. So I suggest that if you could just start with free courses first before you start investing in paid courses. And before you start any course, I recommend that you go through the modules to be sure that it's it's in line with your goal for taking that course. We also have Coursera. Coursera also has lots of amazing courses. We have YouTube. You have lots of resources in YouTube, mostly for free. So I suggest you also go on YouTube to search, like my content now talking about data science. So there are lots of content, but you should filter out the information you consume. You also have W3 schools, like they have good learning resource and materials you could use. Then finally you have DataCamp. DataCamp has lots of courses. Also they are free and paid courses, so I usually recommend you go for free courses first. Just have an idea of what you want to learn before investing by paying for any of those courses. And next toolkit would be online forums, so where you could interact with fellow programmers or fellow data scientists or machine learning engineers. So you have GitHub. GitHub is more like a web page where you can collaborate with people. So if you are working in a team and you have to work in similar project, so you could upload your project to GitHub and kind of retrieve it whenever you want to. It's more like a safe place where you can save in case you overwrite your code. You could always come back to change it. And so it's really complex. I'm still navigating my way through GitHub. Then the next we have Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is more like a data science or a programmer's library, because there you interact with a lot of people, lots of programmers. If you have questions, you just type it on Stack Overflow, and trust me, there are lots of people that have asked similar questions and people have provided answers. So if you have any doubt, just go on Stack Overflow and just type your question, and I'm very sure you'll be able to get one or two resources from there. They also have Kaggle. Kaggle is also a good place to interact with fellow programmers. They organize competitions from time to time, so you could sign up for any competition, run your machine learning, and if you come first, you win the prize. You could also get data. There are lots of data sets on Kaggle. So if you're just starting, you could just go download some data set and try your machine learning algorithm or model on it and see how it goes. So that's it for this video. In my next video, I'll be walking you through a typical machine learning workflow. So I'll be using my project predicting lithology from Weblogs as an example to walk you through on how the approach you take to conduct or carry out a machine learning project. Thank you